Well, breaking news. So for the first time, the coronavirus has spread in the U.S. with a new patient in Chicago who caught the disease from a spouse who was recently on the way back from China. And the World Health Organization just declared the epidemic an international public health emergency. And now this cruise ship carrying roughly 7,000 people off the coast of Italy has been quarantined after a female passenger had to be tested for the virus. And check out this cab driver in Beijing who has gone viral for wearing a hooded hazmat suit, a pair of goggles, and a surgical mask while behind the wheel. Airlines like British Airways, Lufthansa, and Israeli airline El Al all have suspended their flights to China, but U.S. carriers are continuing to fly there. Google searches for coronavirus have spiked, but so have searches for the corona beer virus, which is not a thing. We got to dispel that. Some people think it is. One is a tasty adult beverage. The other is a flu-like virus that has infected more than 8,000 people. Well, if you don't know, now you know. Tori, what do you make of this?
I think it's great that we're being informed more and more, and that we're talking about it every day. I think the worst thing we could do is get sloppy and get lazy. The best thing to do is to really research, fund things like Australia. They've reproduced the coronavirus. If you don't know why it said corona, it's because the sun makes a spike, and we call it this corona in the sun, like our solar system, and the cells in this virus spike just like the sun. So it has nothing to do with the beer. But I'm glad that we're staying on. You have to just be vigilant about this stuff.
But a lot of doctors are coming forward on Twitter. At least they did last night. And it was so interesting to look at that hashtag and see literally Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, upset, not saying that you should discredit the hysteria because you don't want people to be lax about it.
Sure.
But here in America, they said be more worried about the flu. In 2 weeks of January, just 2 weeks, 54 infants have died from the flu.
Wow.
And 5,000 people, Americans, have died from the flu in 2 weeks since 2020. That's according to the CDC. So they're trying to encourage people, practice your personal hygiene, wash your hands, get your flu shot, because 5,000 Americans have already died from the flu.
That's crazy.
And that's way more of an epidemic than the coronavirus. That's what they're saying.
That's crazy.
I think it's hard to scare people when they've heard the word flu their entire lives. Coronavirus, SARS, things like that sound new. Like,
Zika,
oh, what's that?
yeah.
Zika, yeah. But the flu is like, oh, it's the flu. I've had the flu before. This is not your grandfather's flu. This is a serious flu. My son had that, and so just please, he was hospitalized for 3 days. I mean, this is not a joke. So everybody needs to take it very seriously.
Yeah, please wash your hands, and if you are sick, stay home.
Yeah,
stay home.